guess it's a sort of damning indictment, if nothing else, to the current state of affairs that I find myself in, where I feel compelled to record my own audio as a form of venting. I'm in my granny's garage at the moment. You know, there's not much fucking here nowadays. Truth be told, it's a pretty barren landscape since my granddad's departure fucking many years ago now. 2022. Was it? No, it's 2018, sorry. But it's just to talk about, briefly anyway, what I suspect to be the beginning of either Alzheimer's or dementia, as far as my grandmother's concerned, you know. I think the first thing she said the day when me and my mother walked in was like, oh, there's definitely people are in this house that are moving things about when I'm not here. I'm like, oh my God. Here we go again. There's been so many worrying examples that have occurred over the past few years, which initially I put down to coof jib jabs. Still can't rule that out, admittedly. I also put it down to medication, statins. I don't know anymore. I'm worried sick, truth be told. And it's fucking hard to see my granny like this. You know. Because she's still at a point where she refuses to even consider the possibility that there's just something not quite right, you know. She said to me a few months ago, for example, that there's 3 men living in her house and they keep hiding the remote. The amount of times that she keeps waking up. She goes into like deep sleeps and then she keeps waking up in the middle of the night or early hours of the morning and thinking it's a totally different time of day. And it's subsequently led to her on many occasions actually going out thinking it's the daytime or whatever. You know. And she used to say this openly, tell us openly, but she started to close down as months have gone by. She's the only grandparent I've got left, and it's fucking hard to watch what's going on, man. I fucking hate it. There was I used to stay here sometimes last year, and this is where I really noticed like something's just fucking not right. I used to stay here last year a couple of times a month, with my ex. And there was one time where she came into the room. Well, prior to her coming into the room, I should say, like, she was all ready for bed. You know, she had her nightgown on, etc. I even heard her in the bathroom, like, cleaning her teeth and whatnot. She was getting ready for bed. About an hour later, she comes into the room where me and my ex were. I'm just watching a film, eh? And she was fully clothed, makeup on, all ready to go to town. And even questioned why me and her were still in bed, because it's the fucking morning, apparently. Like, for fuck's sake. And then I went through into the bathroom, because she had a wee container at the time, which she's subsequently hidden as months have gone on. But she had a wee container for her pills for the next day. They were gone. So she'd effectively overdosed. She'd taken double the done. There's been so many other examples of, like, her fucking off in the middle of the night thinking it's the morning. I'm worried, Saka. But what can you do? The fuck can you do? You can't. You can't force somebody in that situation to accept that there's a problem. But at the same time, you can't fucking just humour them. Yeah, it's just fucked up. Oh, man. I really fucking don't. I don't know what's going on, man. You know? I hate seeing her like this because I don't know how to deal with it. My mum doesn't really know how to deal with it either. Nobody knows how to deal with it. But, like, all of her friends are all noticing it as well. All of her family, they're noticing it as well. Another example, just briefly before I end this video. She phoned me about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. And she'd recently been down the road at our fucking, her cousin's house, or cousins, plural, way down the Falkirk way. But she'd come back up the road. She then phoned me about a day later and asked me for a lift. And then I said, where are you going to go, like? She's like, oh, I want to come back up to Inverness. I was like, what do you mean? Where are you? And then she said she was down at her cousin's house. Like, what? been phoning me from her house phone, by the way, like she was in Inverness. And the thing is, like, with like patient confidentiality and all this stuff, you can't even really speak to the GPs and whatnot on her behalf. Our options are seriously limited. But I can't imagine what it must be like to be her or anybody like that, to be fair, because you question, I would assume anyway, like maybe saying it aloud makes it real. Terrifying prospect, etc. I don't know. But as it stands, it's just, these episodes are becoming more and more frequent. I don't know.